Well, hello everyone. We are here. I'm here with Karen, one of my clients who I worked with last year, and wanted to share a bit of her story with you so that you can see what is possible when we work together doing breakthroughs. And so I'm going to hand this over to Karen to introduce herself and just tell us a little bit about we're going to talk about why she decided to work with me. What has she achieved since? And then I'll ask a couple of surprise questions too. Okay, so I'm just going to hand it over to you, Karen, and you can just introduce yourself and just say, a little bit about, why you decided to work with me, right? And what you've done.
Okay, I will. Hi, my name is Karen, and I started working with Paige. We're going back now 4 years. We've done quite a few different things with, Rock Your Ride Body and Mind. A lot of it was to do with food and weight loss and eating better, being more active. And my background is in some endurance sports. I do triathlons, and I really wanted to do better with that, but I still felt I wasn't enough. And so I thought I'm going to take the step again with Paige to do the breakthroughs, because I was still struggling with the weight. I've always struggled with a food hate, love-hate relationship with food, and also body image. And that was, I think, one of the main reasons for, deciding to take the leap. I'm so glad I did. Take the leap and, work with her with the breakthroughs, because it has been amazing. In fact, I never thought I'd be where I am right now here in 2021. And I would never have thought that, wow. The food, well, it's all about the food. I love to eat. And I've always had, again, as I mentioned before, a love-hate relationship with my body image and also with food too. Food was bad, like, oh gosh, I had chocolate, oh, bad me, oh, self-flagellation, you just like, oh, you just tear myself apart. And I'm thinking, oh, no one else looks this bad, no one else is this bad. And so when we started doing the breakthroughs, my initial one was going to be on health and also the weight loss. But working with Paige, we decided to go with, what was it?
Was it personal growth and development?
Thank you. That's what, personal growth, all those big words. The personal growth and development rather than the health. And I'm so glad we did, because at first I think, oh, if I, should have done health. But you know what? The personal growth and development has been fabulous. Was it it was hard. It was very challenging to get through, but oh my gosh, wow, I'm a different person. What we worked on was personal growth. And I think being good enough. I found, we go back to your childhood. You always feel, oh, I'm not good enough. I was never athletic. I do triathlon now. Am I an Ironman? No, but I still do it. No matter what, I do it because I enjoy it too. I like to do things because I enjoy it. And, I wasn't athletic as a kid, and I had a weight problem since I was 12 years old. I was always bigger or larger than all of the kids. So that just followed me all the way. Yes, I'm now an elder. And it followed me. But working with Paige with the breakthrough, well, we broke through it. I no longer feel I'm not good enough. I am good enough. I am so deserving. And the love-hate relationship, I love food. And what I ended up doing, because I love the food so much, I actually took a culinary nutrition expert course, which is holistic nutrition. And it was wonderful. I have a much better relationship with food. Yes, I still eat junk. I love processed food. This culinary nutrition program is all about whole foods, gluten-free, dairy-free. Do I still eat gluten? Do I still have dairy? Yes. Do I still have chocolate? Still, I do have some processed food. Yes, I do, but I no longer go, oh my gosh, you're so awful. I'm so bad. I'm going to have to start again tomorrow. It's now, okay, yeah, that was really good. I enjoyed that, but yeah, I don't feel so good. So now I know, you need, that good food to make yourself feel better. And you really do. Cause I know with working with Paige 4 years ago, that's what we started, was eating the whole foods, clean eating. It was amazing. Cause I know when people said, yeah, clean eating, I'm going, yeah, right. That doesn't work. Yeah, it does. You feel so much better. It really does. So this just built upon what I'd learned earlier. And I signed up for this course. Now, never in 1,000 years would I think I'd take a culinary nutrition course. Like, I've always been interested with nutrition. I was, fortunate I was able to retire when I was a little bit younger, in my late 50s. And nutrition was one of those, yeah, I'd like to learn more about it. I want to learn more about it. And then I did this course, the Culinary Nutrition Expert course with the Academy of Culinary Nutrition. And it's just wow, like what I learned. Like, I'm not a cook. But I enjoy cooking now. I hated peeling. I hate chopping. Yeah, do I do a lot of that now? Yes, I do. But I find when I'm doing it, I know this is going to be good, and the food is going to taste fabulous. And the food is fabulous. Yes.
And so what else did you achieve with this? Like, I mean, because you said about how you never in a million years would have thought you had signed up. So was there something there that shifted for you too?
Oh, yes. I think what I want to share this with others. And what I would like to do is to run some workshops on, different types of foods, like, ones that healing foods. That's what this course was about. Foods that heal, foods that make you feel.
But I'm talking about how, like, your confidence and right? Because well, we could just have a conversation about this. Like, would you have gotten on video here with me, like, confidently? Because you're very confident and relaxed. All right. So there was a big shift there, at least in my eyes. Did you feel that as well? I know you
yes,
did.
You're right. Yes, you're right. Because I do feel much, because I did not, I'm used to talking in front of people, because what I used to do it as, when I worked full time. But now to talk about me and what I've accomplished, and it is amazing. Like, I do have that confidence, and the stuff that I did in the course, I was doing things that I never felt confident or good, about doing, which was a lot of it was writing, getting things down on paper, writing. I never particularly liked that, but I have the confidence now. Is it still a challenge at times? Yes. But I mean, yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's wonderful. It really is. I find that I find joy in so much, and I have the confidence to go, yeah, I did this, and I'm doing this, and sharing with others.
What about communication too? Because that was one for you, and you did a lot of, like, looking into new things and new,
Yes, and that was, the communication part. Again, one was writing it down and doing journaling, but also doing the research and finding, what is it I'd like to do with the nutrition. And so I did different things with Paige. Was part of my homework, and she was like, okay, look and see what there is out there. What can you do? And, because one thing I had been interested in was holistic nutritionist course, but that was 10 months. Did I really want to do that much learning at this point in my life? And then through my homework, I found the course that I took, and it was shorter, but I mean, it's great. I had the confidence to go ahead and do it. And again, take the leap, like the net was there. It caught me, and here I am.
Yeah.
It's great.
And I think too, it opened up doors, like communicating what it is that you were into and what you were doing with people in your life. I remember that being a big thing.
Yes, you're right. Yes, I kind of forgot. Yes, that one of the things is like, to me, it was having telling people what I wanted to do. Like, oh my gosh, when one of my things was, now you need to tell your family, your close family, what it is that you are doing. And I was thinking, I sweated buckets. I did. And then I made these phone calls, because again, COVID, we had to do things, over the phone. And I walked away. I was like, oh my gosh, that was so easy. Like, I was just worried over, I was just, again, my old self, old Karen, was like, oh, what are they going to think? What are they going to say? And I'm like, what they thought. And as it turned out, they really thought this was great. if I would have been a little disappointed if they, didn't say, oh, why are you doing this? But I think I would have had the confidence to say, it's because this is what's important to me. I have to do this for me, that type of thing. So that was
that fear of judgment piece, right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
So what did you like best about working with me?
Well, you did certainly push me to my limits, but you're so supportive. You're always positive. And when I was having, challenges or struggles trying to get through something, you always came up with something that worked, You always came up with really good ideas, of which I don't think I would ever have come up, like the culinary thing. You had said to me, what about culinary? And I'm going, culinary? Oh, okay. And it was just, so supportive. I know when when I get off the calls, I would feel fabulous. And then I would have the work, the homework to do, which was always good. We did it little by little because there was the follow-ups after the breakthroughs. And it was, the support was always there. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So if someone were thinking about doing a breakthrough, right, and they were kind of on the fence, what would you say?
You're so worth it. Invest in yourself. I know at first I thought, oh, should I do this? Yeah, you need to do it for you. It was the best thing I ever did. But now it's 2021 with the pandemic and that kind of stuff. And we've gone through a lot of things in my family. We had some deaths come up in my family too in the past year. And it was really tough. And part of it was my son passed away December 2019. And that was really tough. And I think part of taking the course and doing the breakthrough too was to get me through that. And I did that. In fact, we back up a little bit to that part. I had some really big problems with forgiveness, like forgiving myself, things I didn't say to my son before he passed. And I worked with Paige and like, oh my gosh, like, oh, okay. And the forgiveness, like I've forgiven myself and I felt lighter. I've just been so much lighter, and it's just, and everything else that I've done with Paige too has made me feel lighter about everything, just more confident. I'm not carrying around the weight of my grieving. Okay, that was a tough one. And then my dad passed away this past fall, but I think all that I've done with Paige has really, really made a difference, made me lighter, just more trusting of myself, confidence, and knowing I was supported the entire time. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So it's been a tough time, but I'm so glad that I did it. So if you're sitting on the fence, if you're thinking about it, you got to do it. I've realized that now when it starts kind of, in your mind, it's like something's percolating there. Let it out. Do it. Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Awesome. Well, I think that's a great place to finish up on. I wanted to thank you, Karen. I mean, you know how awesome I think you are.
I am awesome.
You are. And you've done so much and overcome so much. And it's just been beautiful to watch unfold, truly. And now you're just handling things like a total rock star, even the tough stuff, So
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much, lady, for taking the time to do this with me and just show people what's possible for them and what they can do on.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Do it for yourself. Yeah. You are so worth it. I am worth it. We are.
We are worth it. All right, Kay. We'll see you next time. All right.
All righty. Bye now.
Bye. 1 sec.